back. And this, hopefully, I get this kind of figured out here as I go because it's been a bit of a whirlwind. Was having issues with the airdrop. People hadn't received it, so I had to go fix that, and just crashed. Like just needed a break. So I'm gonna finish this tonight. Should be a fun finish to this thing. We just open up. I might just get real quiet because I'm just going to focus on getting this thing done. But yeah, if you drop in the stream and you have any questions, you want to know what's going on, just hit me up. And I might complain a little bit, depends how this goes. I'm just generally just trying to kind of figure out how to kind of manage all this stuff. I knew what I was getting into. It's not no complaints about that. Just just thinking through like the timing and how to kind of do everything. I know that I need to get this stuff done like by the end of the night, so that when I get up in the morning, it's planning for the next one, minting, marketing, because I can't go this whole thing without taking care of all that stuff. So I'm going to try to see how quickly, how I can get through this one. Hopefully it goes fairly smooth. So I'll talk to myself a little bit, which is funny. I don't do that normally, but on the stream, it's just like my consciousness thought of just kind of goes through this. So there's a couple things that I wanted to do with this. I think one is I want to experiment a little bit on this with like an ultra wide angle. So like 233 to 1. So I'm trying to think of what the ratio would be. Well, like I know the Beeple submission is 2,000. So what it would be 2,000 times or divided by 2.33. Yeah, I think that'd be it. Yeah, I might experiment with this. I don't know what this would look, to be honest. I've never really looked at kind of what has been minted in this style, but the reason is I really kind of want this like feeling of this thing, something like that. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I tend to change the composition quite a bit. But I do like kind of there's the roads going this way, and then we can kind of frame this thing, and then we could decide whether we want to do the underground. I think that might be tough, but we're going to kind of go through this and see how we go. Okay. So there's a couple things I got to do here. I was doing this last time, so I go generate some textures for snow in the background. That's going to happen in Gaia. And then, so we might as well just get a blank file going here in Gaia. So let's get this file. Save as. It's not letting me save it, I guess, because I haven't done anything. Oh, no, there it is. There we go. Okay. So we can generate some background mountains to kind of replace these. They're not bad. Really, this is going to be the main thing. And what I've been kind of thinking about is whether I want to generate like a nice snow texture via Gaia, or whether I just want to experiment with cutting this piece out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, and then we'll just kind of keep this one as full. And then I'll take this one here, and I'm just going to grab the lasso. Okay. And then we're going to separate. Selection. Hopefully we didn't break anything. Google 3D. So we'll list what we need. Terrain, foreground. Get rid of this one. Terrain, background. And this is going to be terrain. This is going to be water. This is going to go here at here. This is the seed bank. This is the original terrain. I think maybe this is the water. Yeah, what was this one? Oh, this is the so this is, yeah, okay, so these are buildings. So this is water. This one is background, buildings, background. This is the seed bank. This is the seed bank high res. And this is the seed bank low res, which is the seed bank footprint is basically. Okay, so this is our setup, and this is actually the airport. Okay, so now we've got a foreground texture, right? Oh, wait a second. That's the foreground. Did I already mess that up? Yeah, okay, I did. So this is the terrain all. This is terrain background. Okay. So get rid of this one. All right, so here's the foreground, the background. So I'm going to see about this. I haven't done this before, so I just kind of want to look at how I can potentially texture the foreground here. I got to say that I should change the scale, but I'm a little bit worried about. Okay, so let's go with the material here. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because there are a lot of materials in here, and I think we want to do is, I don't know if we can, I mean, obviously I could do it like this. Can't multi-select. I might be able to, like I might be able to just transfer material here. So if I go plain and I go new material, also this terrain foreground, and then I take the plane and make that active and copy. Make materials. Didn't do it. Okay, well, we're just going to do this. I'm sure there's a way to reset them. But, and how many are there? Oh my God, there's 1,800. Let's go look at the internet and see if there's a way to do it. Bulk. Okay, bulk. Remove all. materials. But there's no way to select these, multi-select these. Huh. Yeah, it seems weird though that I should be able to go plane, foreground, and copy. Should be able to link all the materials. You know how it is. Maybe I can bulk do it this way. Oh yeah, maybe, was I able to do it this way? No. Okay, I can do it this way. This is good. So I just opened up the Blender file itself, and then it's kind of just like a database. There we go. Oh, well, probably caused a problem. Hopefully maybe it'll just save it. Maybe reload it. If anyone wants to explain to me too, by the way, why Blender doesn't open the same window when you open it. Like for a program that has really crazy customization, it's wild that like I can set that up like this, and then as soon as I open it, it opens on my second monitor. I can never figure that out. Okay. And also notice that like my view reset, which doesn't make any sense either. Okay. Enough ranting. So did that work? Of course it didn't work. This seems crazy, right? Like I just want to put, what the heck? Yeah, I just want to delete all these, and there's no way it seems like to do it. Quickly remove. Should I just trust this random script? The power of Python. Well, look at that. It worked. Isn't that beautiful? The internet. Someone just made a Python script to do it, which is super cool. Okay, so now what we should be able to see is how this looks with our ability to kind of pick a texture. So interestingly, what is the behind that? The low res train maybe? Yeah. Okay. So interestingly, the mesh is pretty messed up because of the way Google imports it. So what I might actually have to do is what I might do is do a shrink wrap on it. I should just get used to using a keyboard shortcut for this. Oops. Shrink wrap. Okay, so that's like the shrink wrap modifier. Right, so like there's the original terrain. There's the shrink wrap. I don't know what it's doing there. Odd. I don't know if it's going to matter. I can subdivide it. Let's see. That might be too many. I think it's probably going to be okay. Why does this shade smooth cause issues? What the heck? I must have done something. Oh, I can't win right now. Oh, because I'm in friggin' so stuff. Oh, man. Honest to God, I don't really know what I just do here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Sometimes I just want to edit undo out of like everything. So, okay, so I would have liked to have, I guess I have a copy. Okay, so let's just do that again. Okay. All right. So make sure that's off. That's what I literally did before. Okay, let's just not mess with this. Terrain, foreground, shrink wrap. Okay, we'll see how this ends up looking. So there, the view is there, new slot. Let's just kind of experiment a little bit. Okay, so it looks like I think it's going to be okay. Once I add a material onto it. So the idea here is like I'm going to do this like just like a snow texture, and then I'm going to, I want to do a snow texture here, but I want to maintain the background. Oh, interesting. That's the low res one. The terrain all has no material anymore. My brain is not equipped for this right now. This is terrain all. Has all the materials. But now it doesn't have anything here. This is the terrain. The background. This is the terrain in the foreground. This is the shrink wrap. So what happened to the... Like what happened to all that? Oh, because it... I just want to make sure that I have this terrain which I would have swore maybe it was this the whole time. I mean, I don't know. I can use this. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. I can't wrap my head around what's going on. Okay, that's one. So this terrain, let's get rid of this thing first. Let's get rid of the atmosphere. Okay. So this terrain is the low-res terrain. Let's get rid of the water. Looks like that. But did something happen to the Google tile terrain? Because on this whole section, it's messed up. And I have no idea. Like, it looks like it's this. But I definitely didn't do that. Well, I didn't mean to anyway. It looks like I definitely could have. But there's like nothing there. I want that. The problem is I really want that data, and it's going to take a while to download it. Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to go, can go do the stuff in Gaia, and I can just download it again. we're going to just, we're going to import it and let that go. And then I'm going to go look and see if I can find a height map for this area. Height map. So what is this place called again? There's a couple tools, height map. Okay, so this is the seed fault. Right, so it's this thing. So, it's funny, I have all the, there's a couple of these. I'm just going to kind of see what they get. So there's a couple of tools like this that are kind of useful for getting, again, the quality is not good, but I don't need a lot. I just need, like, I really just need, I love a low res to produce this. So I think this is one that I found too works pretty good. I can't remember where the search is though. Or if you have to actually, I think you might have to actually go to the location, which is really annoying. Is that the lat long? Didn't work. It's north of Norway. There should be no problem to find, right? Okay, so it's that. Seed vault is in this little bay. So where is that? So it's on like the second big thing, just south of the little. So I think it's this. Did you say it's that? Right, so. You know, the water levels just kind of makes it difficult, but this is the basic shape there. Then there's a little inlet there. Then there's another inlet. Yeah, I'm going to say that's it. So it'd be something like this. Oh, there's the ocean data. Okay. That's fine. So this one is going and it's getting like it's grabbing this height map data, but again, this height map data is very low res, but it might be good enough to do for what we want. So I'll show you a little bit of it. So I'm just going to bring this into my source and I'm just going to go GIS data. So drop that in. And then what Gaia can do nicely is it'll take a file. Well, it should. Everything is. I don't know if that, okay. So it's taking a file. We'll go to source, GIS, grab this. And then we're going to just have to do normalize, I think. It's been a while since I used Gaia. I forget how the controls work. Okay, so If we remember, we have to remember our, because that's why. So hold on. Let me just see this. Navigation. So pan is middle mouse button. That's the same as blender. Well, no, actually pan is, so orbit would be mouse middle. Pan would be, can we do shift? No. So what's Unreal Engine? Right click. I think mouse, we'll go Alt, I guess. Yeah, that's a little bit, let's invert that. Okay, so that is a little easier because that's typically, and then Alt. Alt will move us. And this will zoom. Okay, I think it's a little bit better. So if we look at that data we got, it should have been, just about that. So there's our little shape. I'm going to say here is where we're looking. So, and this makes sense because if you look here, if we look back at our Blender data, there was that like little ridge there that went through. It was looked like a lake. And, we can always confirm this stuff with, that's interesting. I think this is a procedural one. It's the same as Gaia and all this stuff. So, Google's generally got the best data for these places that don't have high quality terrain data. So I put a link in here already, but this is it, right? So, if we look, there's the museum, there's the city. Here's our seed thing. So we're going to be up here, right? So we're kind of like getting this view down here. So there is this kind of ridge that goes through here, and then there's basically this is a shadow problem, but there's definitely a ridge there. So we kind of want to look for that in Gaia and see. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of there in the sense that it's, why can't this just be, why can't pan just be the left mouse button? And why can't zoom be the right mouse button? I'm sure there's going to be a reason for that. Yeah, you don't really need zoom. So that'll keep me from doing that. Yeah, so there's zoom, pan. Okay. So yeah, I think that's this, right? So you can see it's, again, very low res. But one of the things that I love about Gaia, and the reason why I kind of wanted to do this, so I'm going to try to match a little bit of what's going on in the background. So just kind of a nice, one of the things that's neat about Gaia is the way that you can simulate like corrosion and stuff. So we can actually get a pretty cool amount of detail out of this. But let me do a couple things. So let's grab, first of all, a lake. Oh, there's a sea. So you can feed the data in. So we don't have, we have decimals here? Okay, I guess we can. Oh, it's going to let me pick the sea level. Okay, that's cool. Right, so it's causing. Interesting. It's actually eroding it. We don't want that. So we don't want coastal erosion. It's probably pretty accurate right there, right? Like, look at Google Earth. You see that there's the airport. That's where the water is. This would be a crazy spot to visit. So you kind of follow that. And then there's a bit of water running up that part, which would be like, I guess there. You can see the resolution. I don't know if that would be the town. I think that's that. Yeah, that's that there. So, that's the city, the town of what is it? Slobard. So we go a little lower. So 0.005, 0.008, 0.01, 0.1, 0.05, 0.03, 0.04. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Okay, so we have simulate where the water is. That helps us a little bit. And then what we can do is we can start to add a bit of detail. So let's see, optional top of the beach. I lost like all my favorites and everything. So let's see, we can add some erosion. Like what erosion will do, see the difference? It just starts to add detail. And we're at 1K, so we can go up a little bit. So it starts to add, like you can see the before after, right? Starts to add a bit of detail to the terrain, which is kind of nice. Just gotta keep an eye on this. Okay, let's go look at this really quickly. So what happened with that tile? Yeah, so this is the one I wanted. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Yeah, this is weird. I just got to be careful with that. Not to. It's probably easier to take the. Like it's going to be easier to just leave this probably as is. Add a mesh plane. Make it 5,000 meters. Like this. Bring it over top of this area. Scale it up a bit. Subdivide it 100 times. And two more times. Oh, 100. 100. Maybe two more times. And then apply our shrink wrap. Yeah, I should do it. So it's at least there, and then, if we hide the tiles, we've got, and this, seemed to fit nicely. I don't know why. Just going to try something. Yeah, why does it do that? I don't understand. understand what was going on there, to be honest, but so just to kind of summarize where we're at. So these are the tiles in the background. This is my shrink wrap, which, I can hide and, put that in. We got rid of our atmosphere, which is what's kind of doing that. I really actually know what I want out of this, which is I kind of want this to be like a night scene, like a very, very dark blue hour. So I'm gonna have to relight this. So let's go back to Guy and we'll spend a little time here. So you can see these, mountains in the background. They've got kind of the snow texture. So what I want to do is kind of simulate that here, because I think we can get a little bit higher quality. So there's a ton of stuff you can do here. And by the way, these things kind of need to go. So I think we can do is, what do we want to do here? We want to flatten this. We could put a constant in, or we could merge the constant with this. I can't remember which way this goes. Yeah, so like the constant over this 100. So that's, oh, okay, so it's the opposite. So it's taking, no, I'm not actually sure. Anyway, I was going to put a mask in. Mask. So with the mask, well, first of all, so we want to pin his underlay. So what you want to do is take this and then edit the mask and just paint out these things because they shouldn't be there. And then we would use the mask to combine. And I think it's just maybe embed. Maybe it's the reverse. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. It is flattening it, obviously, but I'm not actually sure why it's not getting the whole amount. Okay. So we can just adjust the power a little bit. I think it's just blending it. Right? So that's probably good. Okay, so we got rid of that. All right, so now we've got the terrain. And then, from a scale standpoint, this was probably a little mistake, which we can actually correct because we really don't need all this. We really just need a smaller area. So let's do that, actually. So really we want like kind of like this. Let's just see what kind of resolution this thing will give us. Let's try this one. I swear. This computer is messing with me. Okay. I'd like to, what I'd like to do. I like to take this data. Wonder if I can just simply crop it. See what I mean? Like something. Oh, you know, that's what I did. I ran this recording again. I ran this recording again on. I ran the recording again on hardware, and it's what's causing the issue. So I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to fix that, or else it's going to just drive me nuts.